Breaking updates coming in. Giriraj Singh speaks to News 18. Says the Prime Minister has reiterated the commitment that we have for Viksit Bharat. That's the message coming in from one of the members who was there as far as this meeting is concerned. That the message is there should be a commitment to the idea of Viksit Bharat. Remember, the Prime Minister talks about not just the next 5 years. He's already started talking about the next 10 years. That gives you an indication of how long he plans to continue. And he has also talked about the fact that he needs to make India a developed country by 2047, and therefore his vision is for that goal. Let's listen into what Giriraj Singh said.
मिनिस्टर डेजिग्नेट गिरिराज सिंह हियर विद अस सर, बहुत बहुत बधाई आपको। प्रेशर महसूस हो रहा है या खुशी हो रहा है कि फिर एक बार जनता के लिए कुछ करने का मौका मिल रहा है?
देखिए, जिम्मेदारी होती है, न वो प्रेशर होता है न वो खुशी होती है। जिम्मेदारी
प्रधानमंत्री की तरफ से आप लोगों को ऑलरेडी 100 दिन का फ्रेमवर्क दे दिया गया है?
पता नहीं, आप सब चीज जानती ही हैं, तो मुझे पूछने से क्या फायदा। देखिए, प्रधानमंत्री के सामने लक्ष्य है विकसित भारत, और विकसित भारत के लिए 100 दिन क्या 365 दिन सबको काम करना है मिलजुल करके।
कोई खास बात उन्होंने कही आप लोगों से? आज बहुत सारे डेब्यूटेंट भी थे।
सब आ गया।
कोई खास बात सर?
नहीं, कुछ नहीं।
हाँ?
कुछ।
एक सवाल सबके मन में है कि बिहार से इस बार कम से कम 6 मंत्री मंत्रिमंडल में शामिल होने जा रहे हैं। बिहार में असेंबली इलेक्शंस भी ड्यू हैं। नीतीश कुमार के साथ काम करना कैसा रहेगा भाजपा के?
बहुत अच्छा।
कोई दिक्कत, कोई चैलेंज?
कोई दिक्कत नहीं, कोई चैलेंज।
क्योंकि उनके ऊपर बार बार ये आरोप लगता रहा है कि वो ट्रस्टवर्दी नहीं है, बदल लेते हैं अपना स्टैंड।
कोई दिक्कत
नहीं है। अच्छा सर, आप अभी तक स्किल डेवलपमेंट में देखते रहे हैं, कैसा है बिहार की जनता के लिए? आपको कौन कौन से मंत्रालय लगता है जरूरी है बिहार की डेवलपमेंट की?
चिंता मत करें, एनडीए की सरकार बिहार में भी है, एनडीए की सरकार भी है।
और ये सरकार आपको लगता है पूरे टर्म निकाल लेगी, पूरा स्थिर सरकार निकाल लेगी?
आपको क्या लगता है? मैं नहीं जानता हूँ, ये 5 साल चलेगी।
मेरा आखिरी 2 सवाल है सर। राहुल गांधी के ऊपर कांग्रेस की तरफ से ये प्रेशर है कि वो लीडर ऑफ ऑपोजिशन बने। एज अ लीडर ऑफ ऑपोजिशन आपको लगता है राहुल गांधी कैसा परफॉर्म करेंगे?
वो उनके लोग जाने, कोई ना कोई लीडर तो अपोजिशन में रहता है। क्या होगा? कोई रहेगा, वही रहेगा, जो जिसको बनावे, उससे हमें क्या लेना देना।
और अखिलेश यादव की तरफ से जो तंज कट रहे हैं कि आपका पूर्ण बहुमत अपने आप नहीं आया है, तो ये
उनको बहुमत तो आ ही गया है। वो सरकार, अरे अपोजिशन क्या करेगा? जो अपोजिशन खुद कह रहा था कि मेरी सरकार बनेगी, तो उनसे न पूछिए।
Right, Giriraj Singh there, speaking to CNN News 18 on what Modi 3.0 has in store.
Let's go across to my colleague Arunima, also joining us live. You've spoken to one of those who was there in the meeting and is expected to be sworn in. Arunima, the big messaging from the Prime Minister is that there needs to be continuity and possibly even more focus on the delivery that they have set their minds on. That's the message that the PM gave to his expected new cabinet.
Yes, even before the elections were announced, Prime Minister had actually asked all his cabinet colleagues to continue having a program for the next 3 months. And today when he met the new cabinet, new council of ministers, some who were already working with him in his second term, some who are debutants, the message was that of continuity. A 100-day plan has been given to them, that whatever ministries they are given, and the ministries will be known after the oath ceremony today. Rashtrapati Bhavan will send that official communique, and then they will know what ministries, what portfolios. But nonetheless, the Prime Minister's message to them is, have a 100-day program over the next 3 months since you take oath. What is it that you are going to do with your ministry? What is the plan of action towards Viksit Bharat? Viksit Bharat seems to be the buzzword, and Giriraj Singh there confirming there that it does not matter what portfolio I get or anybody else gets. The Prime Minister, as the head of the Union Council, has made it very clear that in the next 3 months, you must give me a framework, a roadmap of how to ensure that the pace of development for India does not slow down.
Absolutely. Arunima, stay with me. We're going to go across to Arunima and a lot others of my colleagues who are tracking what is happening right now from various vantage points. But I want to give you a quick check of the new entrants from the BJP that are expected in the new Modi Sarkar. So Modi Sarkar 3.0 is going to have some new faces from the BJP as well. Of course, a lot of the focus has been on the allies, right? Because this is a government now contingent on the allies' support. But it doesn't mean that the BJP's representation is going to be diminished or they're not going to fulfill their plans. In fact, 80% of the cabinet is going to be the BJP cabinet. So let's look at the new entrants as far as the BJP is concerned. Shivraj Singh Chauhan, lot was made out about the fact that he lost his chief ministerial seat before the last Madhya Pradesh elections, but the BJP won those handsomely. This time also the BJP has done very well in Madhya Pradesh, a trend they couldn't quite hold on to in some of the other northwestern states. So he's a former Madhya Pradesh chief minister and of course one from Vidisha. Manohar Lal Khattar is the other chief minister face from Haryana who was removed mid-term last time around. He won from Karnal. A message there from the BJP that we haven't forgotten you or that our stalwarts are now going to function in a different role. Let's go on to Suresh Gopi, the big face of the BJP from Kerala, BJP's first Lok Sabha parliamentarian from Kerala. He, of course, has emerged as the star from the state and was, of course, being tagged as one that could do it for the BJP. Malayalam actor, he won the Thrissur seat and that opened the BJP's account for the very first time. Remember, this has been a long time coming. He has lost the last Lok Sabha elections. He recently lost in the 2021 assembly elections in Kerala as well, but success at last. Another new face could be Ravneet Singh Bittu. Joined the BJP just before the elections. He lost the Ludhiana seat though to Raja Waring. He's grandson of former Punjab Chief Minister Beyant Singh and a former three-time Congress Lok Sabha MP, but a big face from Punjab that the BJP managed to acquire, and he's going to be part of the new cabinet, we are being told. Another big face of the BJP, Bandi Sanjay. Now, again, a lot was made about the fact that in Telangana, he was removed as the state chief. He retained the Karimnagar Lok Sabha seat this time around. Overall, BJP has done very well as far as Telangana is concerned. Former BJP president from the state. Moving on to Uttar Pradesh. Now, Uttar Pradesh wasn't really the bright spark for the BJP this time around. But Jitin Prasada, who's waited his time, is going to get his shot this time around. UP PWD minister, he won from Pilibhit. Remember, Pilibhit is known as the seat that was the gad of the other Gandhis with the BJP. Varun Gandhi had been sitting MP from that seat. Earlier, Menaka Gandhi had fought from that seat as well. He quit the Congress a few years ago and joined the BJP, and since then has been part of the Yogi government at the state level. Now he is going to make the shift to the national capital. C.R. Patil, four-time MP from Navsari, the BJP Gujarat chief. He is the first non-Gujarati to be the state president. And of course, he's delivered very well for the party at various forums as part of the party member or the organization member. Police constable turned political leader who is going to be part of the new cabinet as well. Arunima, my colleague, continues to be with us. So Arunima, lots of new faces and reward of sorts. The message is that we haven't forgotten your contribution. The new and the old, everybody who's done well is being rewarded.
Perform or perish seems to be the message from the Prime Minister. Everyone, like for Giriraj Singh, who I just spoke to, he had a tough battle at hand. The other big leader, R.K. Singh, who was fighting from Ara, he did not make it and lost by a huge margin. But Giriraj Singh managed to salvage his seat. And there were a lot of talks that, Lalan Singh comes from the Bhumihar community as well, same as Giriraj Singh. So in terms of caste equation, in terms of caste dynamics, will you give two Bhumihars a place in the Union Council? But looks like the Bharatiya Janata that they have their own Bhumihar phase in Bihar and not just depend on ally JDU. Plus Giriraj Singh's own performance. He has managed to hold on to his seat, and that's why he's back in the Union Council. Overall, if you see Bihar, there are about 8 ministers who are making it compared to Uttar Pradesh, where our calculation shows 6 and Uttar Pradesh has 80 seats. So out of 80 seats, 6 ministers are getting representation. Bihar, which is halfway at 40, Bihar has 40 Lok Sabha seats, is getting 8 representations already in the Union Council. So a message is also being sent by Prime Minister. Bihar's assembly election is due, and therefore the Prime Minister is also giving that message that that's a state that's important for him and much more needs to be done for the state. That seems to be the messaging.
Right.